The Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah, but exactly.
Well, what about Andrade and Rose? I was scared.
That was crazy. Yeah.
I was scared for Rose.
Was a really bad landing. Landing on her neck like that was terrifying.
That's what scared me, just because we were in Brazil too, and that crowd was crazy. And everybody shot up and started screaming, and Rose was just like laid out on the canvas, and I kind of was just like wanting her corner to be in there with her because she was just all alone by herself.
Right.
And I was worried that she wasn't going to get up. I was like, hey, you guys like wait to cheer until we see she's okay, because that can
paralyze someone.
Yeah,
100%.
sure.
Yeah, and if you look at the impact, have you seen the photograph of the landing itself? I mean, it's one of the worst ways you could ever land. She's essentially head first with the neck sideways and
flattened.
Yeah,
like,
and her neck
there was
is
no space.
Yeah, it's like someone was cranking on her neck. It's horrible.
Yeah.
That's a bad landing. I mean, the whole thing was bad. She's going for the Kimura. Jessica picks her up. She doesn't lace a leg, and she holds on to the Kimura, which you just can't do. You just can't do. You got to let it go. But she's held on to things before, and and caught arm bars and triangles, and it's one of those things. You make a mistake.
So, because I know people were talking about it being illegal to slam somebody like that.
She didn't do it on purpose. She just tried to slam her. I mean, she's just trying to lift her up and dump her down. What did you think of her loss to Andrade? That was crazy.
I feel like styles make fights. And it was the perfect fight for Andrade to showcase her knockout power, because KK is a pressure fighter, and she instinctively will go forward and throw when she is in danger. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't,
Yeah.
And she throws hard, obviously. She put Joanna, she buckled Joanna a couple times.
She's dangerous. She's
she
very,
won.
very tough.
She won against Rose.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think styles make fights. And that's what happened with her in that situation. What do you think?
Andrade is unusually strong.
Yeah.
Like freakish. Like you see when she grabs a hold of people and then dumps them on their ass. Like she's freakishly powerful. To be able to like hit that single and elevate Rose that way and drop her on her head. When you think about how strong you have to be to do that.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
She's a beast. Great technique as well. No doubt about it. But man,
That's
lot
her bread
of
and
power.
butter for
a lot
sure.
of horsepower.
That's her bread and butter. And I figured, I honestly, I gave it to Rose to win the fight. It only takes a split second, though, to lose your focus and to get picked up and slammed down like that, and then the fight's over.
For the division, it's actually probably good because it's exciting, because it mixes things up a bit. You have Joanna, who is the dominant champion for so long. Rose comes along and beats her, and then Jessica dumps Rose in her head and beats her in a fight that she was losing. I mean, it's a hotbed of talent. It's really that 115-pound women's division is amazing right now. It really is.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm wanting. That's exactly what I want, and in the meantime, we just get better.
Beautiful.
We train and we get better. I feel like what's gonna beat Andrade is, Rose was doing exactly what she was doing. I think that Rose actually kind of got a bit, just a little bit complacent, and like she's even said it herself. It was a moment of laziness.
A lapse.
Yeah.
And well, it's easy to. It's so hard after the fact to try to figure out what went wrong and why it went wrong, what was going on in her head. But clearly, it was not lacing up the legs when she was attacking the Kimura. She was elevated and dumped. And I'm sure for a lot of her camp, she was able to do that with her teammates and probably pop off good submissions. But in the moment of a fight for a championship belt in your hometown, against a person that's bread and butter is a pile drive, it's just like stacks up against you, for sure. Well, good luck trying to find someone as strong as her, outside of maybe Valentino, who she does train with. But Jessica Andrade is probably one of the strongest women in the 150-pound division. She's so damn strong. So good luck trying to find someone to replicate that in training.
And you don't train that. You don't train
that.
You don't train the pile driver.
Right.
Like, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that you just I don't know.
She does train Valentina, though, who's one of the strongest women at 125. Valentina's a tank. That's a very strong woman.
But her style is different too. She's a counter fighter, and she picks and chooses when she wants to go. And if she holds you down,
striker.
Yeah, like her takedowns are not Andrade's takedowns.
Right.
You know. Right. So I don't know. We'll see. It
is one of the things that's so exciting about the sport is that there are so many different ways to approach it. There's so many different ways. There's your way, karate style. There's Joanna's way, Muay Thai. You know, I mean, there's Jessica's way, bulldog, get a hold of you, take her down. And you know, in a lot of ways, Joanna also showed how to beat Jessica Andrade.
Exactly.
You know, she showed how to beat her.
I feel the difference with Joanna and Rose is that Rose, because this is just my opinion, because Rose has shown to have more variety in her toolbox. She's really good grappling and this and that. That I don't think she's not as hesitant to go to the ground. I feel like if the situation allowed it, she would go to the ground and even get a submission on Andrade. Whereas with Joanna, she knows what she has to do to win, and she'll be stubborn in that sense and do that for 5 minutes, for 5 rounds consistently. You know what I mean? And I feel like with Rose, she'll take risks. And a lot of times it does work for her, you know, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah, and that was just one of those times. Yeah, it's interesting to see her talk about fighting in period that she doesn't know if she has that in her anymore, just to be mean to a person, to hurt a person. But I thought that was really interesting.
I love how honest she is, but I also feel like a big part of her getting the belt was to know that she could, you know, to know that she could take down Joanna, the invincible, you know, and then she did that, and then it was like, all right, well, now I know that I can. And it's kind of like, well, I've already accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I don't know, maybe that's just me thinking out loud of what maybe she might be going through, what might be going on in her mind, you know.
Let's say if you fought Andrade and you beat her and you become the champion, would that take a significant amount of motivation away from you, or would you have more motivation to defend it?
So we talk about this too, because that's been such a huge goal of mine, is to be the champ. And I want to say 2 fights ago, we started implementing visualizations of me being the champ and defending the belt and how that would look like, you know. And
this is with your psychologist?
With my sports psychologist. And yeah, so that makes the mountain higher. You know, it's like, it's not the end game once you get the belt. And Coach Jackson would say that all the time. It's easy to become the champ. It's harder to stay the champ.